You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast viewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Bri here, and welcome back to another Wave 10 NASCAR Authentics diecast review on my YouTube channel. Today we'll be reviewing the iconic Rainbow Warrior car, which is not driven by Jeff Gordon nor Chase Elliott. It is going to be on William Byron's 2018 Axalta Rainbow Warrior Darlington Throwback Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for the iconic team that is Hendrick Motorsports. What a fantastic looking car that we actually got to saw at the Darlington race compared to, well, Jeff Gordon's final Darlington race did not show forward for that. But still really awesome, and we're getting into more of that and that car very soon, because you guys know, I mean, if you're not a NASCAR fan, you probably already know that this is a Jeff Gordon throwback. I mean, but yeah, really nice looking throwback. I had a feeling that we were going to get this in the NASCAR Authentics wave one way or another, because the Rainbow Warrior paint scheme is just such an iconic scheme to have in the diecast form. I mean, heck, if you don't have the Rainbow Warrior car in any way, shape, or form, whether it was from the 90s or the 2015 variant or the 2018, this is your chance to get one now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the diecast review and the unboxing of the William Byron Axalta Darlington Throwback. Alrighty guys, we got this diecast out of the box, and before we get things started on this William Byron Axalta Darlington Throwback, we're going to take a look at the little accessory like we always do for the NASCAR Authentics wave reviews. And we got a plastic hood, which this one might look familiar. If you guys remember, the we actually had a magnetic hood for the last time we had the Axalta Darlington Throwback, which was driven by the original driver of this paint scheme, Jeff Gordon. You guys remember that? Yeah, so this is the second, well, I guess you could say third time now. Second time we've got it as a throwback, but third time overall released in the for the Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior, because we had the one that was from the 2016 Wave 2, and also the recently released 1998 Darlington wins. So yeah, can't go wrong with this car, guys. Really nice. I even like how the magnet, or the plastic hood, even has a metallic finish to it. But back to the car, guys. I mean, easily, without a doubt, this is, one of the most, if not the most eye-catching NASCAR paint scheme that we ever got. And this is definitely a fan favorite. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. It's pretty appropriate that we finally get to see this car race as a Darlington Throwback, because you guys remember 2015, which was which was Jeff Gordon's last full-time ride for Hendrick Motorsports in the iconic number 24 car. He did not drove this paint scheme at Darlington. No, he drove the 3M car, because 3M wanted to show up in the inaugural Darlington Throwback. Because you guys remember 2015 was the first time they did the actual Darlington Throwback weekend, so that was quite a fail. So we waited for that car, and it ran at the Bristol night race. So finally guys, after 3 years, we finally get this car in, and I'm really happy. I'm hoping next year maybe we can get, I know William Byron already has a lot of great paint schemes. I'm glad he has the flames for the original Axalta car. I would not mind next year if we actually get the original flames, the blue and red flames that all the 2000 people who watch NASCAR know and love. I would love to see that in a Darlington Throwback, but we'll have to see. I mean, I got a feeling that's probably what they're playing next, because that's another iconic car, guys. I mean, the 90s kids and remember the Rainbow Warrior, while the 2000s kids, I mean, heck, they remember the flames. And 2010s, well, you guys know what that Axalta and DuPont car looks like now. So heck, guys, just man, you can't go wrong. And plus the yellow 24, just, man, glad they brought that back. I mean, I know we haven't seen the yellow 24 in quite a while, but the Axalta cars really show up nicely. And while it didn't look too good on the Chase Elliott when he had the yellow 24 in the Hooters car, but glad to see back in its original form, and the original font as well, because remember they changed the it looks like yeah, I think they changed the 24 font with Chase Elliott from last year. That, or it just looked really odd, but glad to see. I mean, definitely a lot of Jeff Gordon fans are going to love this car. By the way, a good shout to two of my best friends who are Jeff Gordon / Chase Elliott / William Byron fans. we got my good friends Matt Urkel and Gino Harvey, which you guys mostly known as Aflac Cup Series. So yeah, just shout out to those two guys. I always like to shout out to my friends when I review their favorite drivers. So yeah, those guys definitely deserve subscribers. Well, I know Gino already has a lot, but Matt Urkel definitely needs some. So check them out. I'll provide a link description to their channels. Yeah, this is actually, I'm so glad they did not script the metallic finish on this car because it's absolutely beautiful. And to talk about William Byron, guys, for his first time running at the Southern 500, he ran pretty well. I mean, he struggled, you know, coming off to the first two stages. He was like 2 laps down at some point, but he kind of made a comeback just like Carl Edwards did in 2015. So a lot of people were speculating, maybe we're going to see this car in a victory lane. Well, I mean, he was running mostly 12th and 13th when he got back on a lead lap, and he mostly stayed there until we got to like 39 to 40 laps to go. You know, there was a caution out for debris, but then all of a sudden, we saw the 24 car having engine problems. Similar to what happened with Jimmy Johnson at this year's Southern 500, or his, you know, whole season in general. But William Byron joined Jimmy Johnson as his teammate in the garage when the race when it came down to 40 to go due to an oil pressure issue. He had no oil pressure and ended his race coming down to less than 40 laps to go. So pretty unfortunate. He had a really good run going forward and probably could have made it into the top 10 if he didn't have that issue. But the Hendrick Motorsports engines were definitely struggling, especially Jay McMurray, who was also in a Hendrick engine that, you know, Hendrick Motorsports supplies to Ganassi Racing. So it wasn't looking good for Chevrolet coming to the Southern 500. But yeah, pretty unfortunate, but we will probably see more of this car down the road in the long run. As I'm showing you guys a diecast comparison of the 2015 variant, I was going to actually show you guys some other William Byron cars, like maybe his original Axalta car. But this one, probably you guys want to see the comparison the most. Pretty much exactly the similar concept, but the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, man, just looks so amazing. I mean, I did love the Chevrolet SS mold around its time, but my God, the Camaro mold, I mean, it's unfortunate it only got a little bit of it only went to victory lane just a couple times, but just, man, just really awesome that we got this car back. I mean, there is a little bit difference. You see right there that the blue is a lot more lighter on here compared to this, which is actually kind of blended in. So, I mean, there are a few key differences, but the overall aspect is pretty much the same, and we don't have the Asbury sponsorship or Drive Time Longer sponsorship. So, I mean, mostly Axalta sponsorship, which, you know, it's pretty fitting considering, you know, Axalta, it's technically DuPont. I mean, Axalta bought out DuPont, so pretty appropriate. Just, man, I mean, I would love that they actually had the blue oval around, but of course they can't really do that because DuPont's got bought out. But still, I cannot complain that this paint scheme is an all-time favorite. If you already have a classic Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior car from the 90s, I recommend getting this car, and heck, even pick up the 2015 variant. Now, this ain't NASCAR Authentics version. This is the Gold Series, but so I was really glad that I finally got this in NASCAR Authentics form because I didn't got the 2016, the 2015 variant that was released in 2016 for Wave 2. So, yeah, guys, I mean, that's mostly just going to wrap it up for this diecast review. So, feel free to comment below if you guys have any memories to share about this car. I'm always dying to hear and, you know, hear your guys' stories and inputs on these cars. But also feel free to comment below which cars are you looking forward to for me to review next, whether it's on Wave 10, Wave 11, or Wave 12. But this is going to wrap up the official NASCAR Authentics Wave 10 diecast review of William Byron's 2018 Axalta Darlington Throwback for Hendrick Motorsports in the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 mold. Thank you guys so much for watching this diecast review, and I will catch you guys on another NASCAR Authentics Wave 10 diecast review.